Spain are world champion. It's been a week since we, witnessed Spain trumping Argentina in that final. Dominating performance, by the way. Well, I feel like football won. I don't know how you lot feel. Football won, in my opinion, anyway. I know a lot of people are going to get angry in the comments, but it is what it is. It's been a week, and the reason why we waited so long is because I needed the band together. I needed my boys back together, and I feel like it would have been a disservice, it would have been an injustice if I had not done this episode. I am joined today again by Rimedi, my brother, and also Fuad. Adani, how you guys feeling, man?
Very good, man. Very good. Just come back off a little break. You know what I mean? I was like, it's kind of like you. As soon as the World Cup ended, I said, brother, I need some me time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
hey, Fuad, you almost ruined my brand, though. You almost ruined my brand. You almost ruined my new transfer journalist bag, bro. He tagged me in. The guys are DMing me. Oh, you're not serious about this life. You're not serious, bro. You ruined my whole thing, bro.
No. I saw Rimedi talking about Omar Brothers. Yo, I got some inside scoops these days. I don't want to say too much. And I went, yo, you know what? Let me add into this, bro. I was like, yo, I can't lie to you. That tweet blew up way bigger than I thought.
Bro,
yeah, bro. Crazy. Your move to, it's crazy. Nah, bro, your tweet went wild.
Yo, I have not signed for PSG. I promise you, man. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. That's a 5-year contract. Like, you know what? That's a 5-year contract. For what? For a 34-year-old, 5-year contract. That is mental.
Whoa.
5-year contract for what?
Who are they paying 85 million to?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's mental. To SDS. They said it 85 million to SDS. That is crazy. But listen, Rimedi, how's that going though?
Hey man, wallahi,
how is that going? Rimedi sources.
Genuinely, I'll be honest, right? It started as a LARP. Wallahi, bro. It started as a LARP. Like 2-3 years ago, I was like, yo, Rimedi sources. I had like one guy who used to just like give me a little bit. But then I just thought, wallahi, in life, you can just do whatever you want. Genuinely, no one's ever gonna put you in a box. So I was like, you know what? I see Fabrizio, bro. Even the money that he's making off Twitter, Rev, like the money that he makes from the blue check mark. I'm like, yo, give me a cut, boy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just start. So I've been reaching out to agents. I have a few agents in my portfolio now that I'm in cahoots with. But yeah, man, well, like give me 6 months. And guys will be referring to as Rimedi report, not like Fuad did, because he almost ruined the whole thing. Guys are literally saying me, is this a Fuad khalas or a real khalas? I'm like, please, bro.
You know what it is, yeah? I feel like it's one of them roles where, no, one of them things where you fake it till you make it. And I feel like a lot of accounts do it.
Indy Kyler did it.
Yeah,
Indy Kyler.
Exactly. I think it's exactly that. It's one of those, as long as you get shit right, everyone's like, you know what, we trust him. I know even at Spurs now, we've got this new guy on Twitter, Sizzy Exclusive. I don't know if you've ever seen him. But he's been dropping all the transfer news, like 2 weeks with Tonali, Fernandes, Van Hecke. I'm like, how does he have inside scoop like this? Because the worst thing is, the account I was following, last year he was making comps. You know what? It's possible for anybody. But guess what? It only takes you to get one wrong.
Yeah.
You get one wrong. You see, like,
true.
if you was an ITK now and you was doing the Vinny's coming.
Yeah.
And then Vinny don't come.
It's long.
But that's what I benefit from, because people don't take me seriously still. So if I get something wrong, they could just be like, yo, this guy's trolling anyway. But if I get it right, whoa.
You're going down the Indy Tyler route.
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what it is? If you get one right, you're up. I can't lie. You get one on the head, you're right. Still, you're up. It's one of them things as well. Yeah, it's an aura gamble. It's a huge aura gamble. Because if you create something, if you make up something, and it doesn't land, it's long. I can't lie to you. It's long for you still.
No, but that's what I benefit from. People still think I'm a troll, because people are messaging me like, yo, bro, are you taking this seriously? I'm like, yeah. I always frame it as I'm as serious as I can be. So I always try twang it somehow. So inshallah khair if it works. If it doesn't, well, it was a good 6 month LARP.
Yeah, listen, as long as one goes right for you, I just want one.
That's all I need.
Right. That's it.
That's all I need, man.
But listen, Mandab, it's been a week since the final. Have you guys digested that? You guys feel like you're missing the World Cup, or like how's life been since for you guys?
Remedy, you go.
Nah, man. Wallahi, I'll be real. I don't miss it, man. It had its time. It had its time, thank you. But after the quarterfinals, genuinely, it just started getting long. Like we watched so much football, and at some point, I need some weekends back. I need some evenings back. I want to have a good sleep pattern. But the final in of itself, well, I know we're gonna get onto it. That was booty cheeks, so it just ruined the back end experience of it. But like up until the round of 16, wow.
Yeah.
Up after that, there were too many European teams messing up the game.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, yo, up until about the quarterfinals, I was saying like, yeah, this is the best World Cup I've ever seen in terms of vibes, the excitement of the games, the quality of the top players. I was like, yo, Qatar 22, get ready to hand over that mantle. And then the quarterfinals happened, semi-finals just kind of, there was a bit of a gap there. Third place game, I don't know what the hell that was. We scratched that off the record. And then the final, of course, was what it was. But yeah, all in all, it was one of them ones where I'll be real with you. Once it finished, I was like, because bro, the season was long. On top of it was. Then you had the World Cup, and I was like, yo, I love the World Cup period. But once it got to that final, I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for this season, bro. But all in all, I thought the best team won as well. I'll be honest with you. I thought Spain fully deserved to win it. And Argentina in that final almost reminded me of what Paraguay tried to do against France a couple rounds before, genuinely, because they did not seem like the holders. They did not seem like a team with this grand history in the World Cup with the best player on their team. It was insane the tactic that they came out with. And Spain absolutely, bro, it was a footballing lesson. But Spain just reminded them basically of why they're, the kings of this thing. And throughout the tournament, I felt like game by game, you were watching Spain and just like, they're good. But when they come up against, France, what are they going to say? And then they took France to school, bro. And then you're thinking, all right, maybe Messi's story, the FIFA script and Infantino and, the refereeing decisions, something might happen in the final. Brother, Rodri, that defense, bro, they said, brother, this is our tournament, bro. And honestly, I felt like they deserved it the whole way. I know, I think you said it before the tournament, you kind of had them potentially winning it. I think everybody had them going far, but it was a case of, do they have that final cutting edge? We knew Nico Williams wasn't going to be the same coming into this tournament after the season he'd had. Oyarzabal, he's good, but is he kind of that World Cup caliber level? Leaves the tournament with 5-6 goals, you know what I mean? So, bro, that Spain team deserves it. And even the way De La Fuente's kind of coached it, back-to-back tournaments now. This is a man who was coaching under 21s before this. And now he's got 2 of the biggest trophies in his first 2 attempts. This is another era of golden Spain we're entering, I'll be honest with you. Yo, your mic.
Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So what the hell happened now? Now why can't I not hear you guys?
Can you not hear us?
Check the output and input.
Yeah,
I touched something by accident. So, my bad. Now with Spain, obviously at the beginning of the tournament, a lot of people I think had doubts because prior to the tournament they actually drew one of their friendly games, and then they drew the opening game against Cape Verde. So I think naturally people started to know, I'm not sure about the Spain team, but one thing I've seen that's quite common, especially over the years when it comes to World Cup, is that midfields is where you tend to build World Cup winning teams. If you have a strong midfield like France did in 2018, like go back to Spain back in 2010, Italy 2006. If you have Germany, even for 2014, I feel like if you have a midfield that can dictate and control games, 9 times out of 10 you tend to end up being champions. And Spain proved that again, even though their attack, like you said, wasn't the best. I mean, France's attack clears them. Other teams have probably had better attacks, but at the end of the day, bro, when you don't have that much time with the national team, you need to have a team that tactically kind of does it itself. Because you don't have enough time as a coach to prepare tactics and make your team play in a tactical way. It's very short. Yes, very short amount of time. So if you already have a philosophy or a style of play and the players are dominating in that midfield naturally, then because of the way Spain played, I couldn't not see them not winning this World Cup, even though they had all the attackers and all the talent. So yeah, no, it's definitely like you said. You guys already mentioned they're dominating, they were deserving, and I'm not really surprised, bro. I was already surprised at the semi-final in terms of how far apart the two teams were on the pitch. That's about it. But in terms of winning the World Cup, I'm not really too surprised. But listen, I know it's what we've been talking about a lot about football over the past month. But what do you think about the halftime show?
Oh, genuinely fries. Genuinely fries, bro. That shit was ass, bro. Even Shakira and Burna Boy dancing. Shakira, like I think they had a no touch clause. You're looking at Burna Boy, you can look but you can't touch.
Hands up every moment.
Yeah. Hands up, man. What do you guys think?
I thought it was decent, you know. I thought it was okay. It was something new, so we weren't used to it. But it got to a certain point where I was like, okay, enough's enough now. Let's get the ball back on. When I started seeing the kids do the little primary school choir thing, I said, kids, wrap it up. Kids, wrap it up, man.
Let this be the last time we ever see some utter woke nonsense like that. This is not the NBA. This is not the NFL. This is not hockey. I don't care the fact that it's in America, bro. No halftime should be going for more than 15 minutes, bro. Like, I don't know if you have ever played football, but when you stop for 15 minutes, your body starts to seize up, bro. That was part of the reason why I thought the quality of the game was as arse as it was in the second half. Like, normally you get a jolt of energy or whatever, but to add that on top of the hydration breaks as well, I love the fact that Rooney was on TV there just saying that was crap, bro. Loud. Us real football man ain't into this. Maybe all the the new horde of casuals that tune in just for the World Cup. Oh my god, there's Bieber, oh Shakira, yeah, they might love all that. But us man who want to enjoy this game, allow it. We ain't trying to again. Portugal, Spain, Morocco. I'm watching you lot very closely. I also PSA. I don't want to see Shakira at another tournament again.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like it's tradition now, though.
Bro, the bar of soap now is finished. Like
3.
Come on. No, but if I is it not like tradition now to have Shakira?
And they're getting the WD-40 out. Come on, man. What are we doing here, bro? Come on, man.
It's become a tradition, though. You need to have it. But it's not World Cup if you don't have Shakira now. It's not a World Cup.
Oh, man, bring me. Hey, might as well bring back Kane.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Bring back the Black Eyed Peas, yeah.
Nah, I know what it is. I think it. Yeah, I agree with you lot still. I think it is utter woke nonsense. I can't lie. It's the. I feel for the players because that gap is so long. And imagine you're losing a game. Imagine your head's gone. Like right now, you're not in the right state of mind. You know the game's not going the way you want, and then now you have to wait 30 minutes before you can get to touch the ball again. And even in that first 5 minutes in the second half, you saw like the mistakes that they were making, and that you can see the stiffness in the team. So yeah, now listen. I mean, it depends on what artist they get. I'm not gonna say I don't ever want to walk up halftime show. It just depends on the artist. Let me know who's coming out first, and I'll decide if I want it or not.
Even the Justin Bieber song, what Justin Bieber played, he had the whole collection. He plays that some somber ass, bro. That was a Christian warfare.
This guy. I said warfare. This guy.
No, but for me, the thing is, for me, it should be a pre-World Cup show. So leading up to the final, the 2 hours before or whatever, have a like World Cup concert, if you like, where before the game, the analysis begins and all of that. We get 45 minutes, like the opening ceremony. The closing ceremony essentially becomes a concert. If that's what you want to do it. To do it in the middle of the game, I'm just like, even if you want to do it after. When they've lifted the trophy and there's all this celebration energy, and do it then. There's better times happening.
No, I agree. I think they just want to Americanize. I think they just want to show their culture and whatever it is. But I agree, bro. I think it was weird. It was weird. I can't say anything more than that. It was just weird still. But listen, obviously we did our World Cup predictions before the tournament started. I don't know if you guys remember your predictions. Do any of you still remember it?
Yeah, you still remember
it? Okay, so I'm gonna put it on the screen right now.
Let's see
right.
what we got.
So the first one we have. Let me see if it works. Actually, 1 second from here. Is it gonna show? It's the underperforming team, and I put down England.
False.
I put down Germany, and Rimedi put down Brazil. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm the only one. I'm the odd one out. I think you two kind of got it right. To be fair.
Where did Brazil finish again? Quarterfinals?
Round of 16.
Round 16 as well. Yeah. So I think Fuad, you probably take this one because Germany got in round 32, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a stinker. I guess Paraguay as well. So that was one of the biggest shocks of the tournament. So I'm not gonna. I think Fuad takes this one. You know, Fuad takes this one with Germany.
I could smell that one from a mile away.
Yeah.
Anybody looking at that team, Nagelsmann, you could see it, bro. And I know they did the 7-1, was it, in the first game against Curacao?
Masakin, man.
You ain't tricking me, bro. You ain't tricking me. I mean, you could beat up some poor country and then act like big boys.
Yeah. Now Germany's
there. Ivory Coast should have won.
Mm-hmm.
Ecuador, it wasn't the best game, but yeah, man, Germany were just cheeks.
Yeah,
I'll be real.
Yeah, they were lucky to get out of the group. To be fair, you're right.
Yeah, man.
They were lucky to get out of the group still.
Yeah.
Next one we have is breakout star. So now again, I think I had another stinker here because I thought that Kenan Yildiz, who had put down Michael Elise, and Rimedi.
At the time as well, it was being looked at like, why the hell are you picking Elise? Because he's so big. And I kept saying to you, like, I was like, yo, this is his first World Cup at the big stage, running alongside the big dogs. Can he hang? That's going to be my question. Is you've been on Ballon d'Or form all season. Don't now shy away in the World Cup.
No, it's not. It's actually a good shot. It's a good shot.
I'm walking away nicely.
Yeah, but I think Rimedi's shot is very good as well.
Come on.
That's the runaway, yeah.
Yeah, that has to be the runaway because the guy was basically, he's the reason why Morocco didn't even stand a chance against France, because his absence obviously was a big loss for them. But yeah, listen, both of you guys had the good shots. I'll probably edge that one to Rimedi just because it's more obscure, isn't it?
Oh, 100.
Liban, we need one. Liban, we need one from you, please.
I know, bro. Right now, back-to-back stinkers, bro. Can I yield this?
One, bro.
They didn't even make it out of the group. The guy did.
Bro, they finished bottom.
Bro, he was on the bench. He was on the bench.
Hey, never ever bet on Turkey, bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. Crazy. But the next one we have is a young player of the tournament. Now, this one, I mean, it's not a bad shout. I mean, it's quite obvious. It was a quite obvious shout. This one.
It is an obvious shout.
Turkey, though, Rimedi, that one smells.
The guy didn't even smell the pitch, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, that was bad for me. No, I just thought
smell like shit.
Yeah, man. Whipping up shit in the kettle. Boiling shit. Boiling shit.
They will call him the bad apple in the team still. They say he was bad vibes.
Yeah, bad vibes still. That was bad. Well, I thought I got conned by the warm-up games. The guy was looking like LeBron James out there, man. Spreading passes, assisting people, but the guy couldn't even touch the pitch. And when you have Elise, well, I understand.
Yeah.
I will say though, even with Yamal, like I don't think he hit anywhere near the standards anyone expected him to. I thought he had a decent performance in the semi-final, I think it was, in the quarterfinals, but most of the tournament, bro, obviously coming into it with an injury is going to play a huge part, but I don't think he really kind of delivered in a way everyone would have thought maybe in his first World Cup. Obviously, set the crazy standard in the Euros, but yeah, I was a little bit underwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he did come into the tournament injured as well.
Injury, yeah.
And so he was still, he hadn't played football for 2 months, so you could see the rusting. I think it took him time to really get into
the quarterfinals.
But he was still a special player, man. Even in the final, I feel like he was causing havoc. Even though he's not playing at the level that we expect him to, but even then,
Tagliafico was having a nightmare.
Yeah, he was sending him to the shops, bro. But yeah, Lamine is one of those players. Even when he's performing at 60-70%, he's still a dangerous player. So and the fact that he's still walking away as a World Cup champion is crazy. But the next one we've got here is top scorer.
Come on. Come on.
I mean, this one, I feel like this one was, bro, I think a blind man could have called this one. I'll be so real with you. A blind man could have called this one.
But I remember when we was having a discussion that we were mentioning the guys like Kane, Haaland, and all these guys. But it was a thing of we were like, bro, some things are just staring at you in the face. Some predictions you always want to go, it might not be the choice. There are some you just pick the obvious choice because you know what's going to happen, bro.
Yeah.
And now he's walked away from the tournament. What is it? All-time top goal scorer, 22 goals in 22 games.
That's crazy.
Crazy,
Like
insane.
that. Absolutely.
We're dealing with an alien here, bro. This is
The guy is what, 27, and he's doing this.
He's
Is it fair to say he is? I've already said it, but he is the greatest World Cup player ever.
I would say so. I would say in terms of when you look at a lot of the greats, yeah, they usually have 2 elite World Cup campaigns in their tank. At a stretch, they might add a third one where they're kind of maybe a bit part player. He has been a main star in all 3, bro. 2 finals, one where he's won. This one as well, you could say, all right, it's a semi-final or whatever, but his performances within it, you can't talk about it, bro. Some of the goals that I was seeing from outside of the box, it's like, hold on, this brother's unlocking new moves still. I said, yeah, fairs, man. For me, he is arguably the definitive one, in my opinion.
I agree, bro. I think it's people are usually scared to give players their flowers now or give them, the title that they deserve, in my opinion, whilst they're still playing. And I think, it's going to be hard to ever come across a player in our lifetime where, they have this type of resume at the World Cup. Yeah. Like you said, 22 goals in 22 games, it's insane. But one thing I will say, though, even though he is obviously top scorer and he was our prediction for top scorers, it was an entertaining Golden Boot race.
Yeah,
it was entertaining. It wasn't like he was clear runner because you had other players that were, Harry Kane, for example, Messi as well, at one point. So, yeah, man, listen, it's scary where this guy could be by the end of his career in terms of World Cup, the amount of goals.
And he might add even if I was to ask you, Liban and Rimedi, like, who are the other candidates that I think about? It's like R9, Maradona,
Zidane.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, those are the 4. And I personally, I think he's eclipsed Zidane already. I think when I look at R9 had 2 incredible campaigns. The 94 one he won, but didn't really play. Then I look at Maradona, same thing, 86 and 90. Outside of that, there's not much else. Then you've got Pele, obviously, with the 3 World Cups. But in the 62 one, he was injured after the second game. So it's really only 2 that he really featured strongly in. Mbappe's only got 3, and we're talking about a 27-year-old who's probably got another 2, maybe 3 in the tank. It's
yeah. I mean, yeah.
What about Messi?
Messi obviously is in there. He's in there, but he's had 6 World Cups. He's had 6 World Cups.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And the first half of it, up until 2022, you can say up until 22. Literally, the last 2 World Cups were spectacular. Before that, he had meaty World Cups. Even the 2014 one, he hadn't scored in the knockout stages, and obviously they bowed out in the final. So, you could only pretty much say maybe these 2, were his last 2 were his best ones.
Had he now? By the way, had he won this one?
Yeah,
with the level of performances, and don't get me wrong, he's still going to be remembered for this one. I think it would have made it a little bit uncomfortable as like, basically ended with 2 perfect campaigns. I don't know how much more perfect those 2 campaigns could be for an individual to lead a team that is not on the same level as him to that degree, bro. Because Argentina showed, bro, the gap between him and the others.
I agree. The next one we have is Dark Horses. I mean, it's fair to say, obviously, I had Morocco, Fuad had Norway, Rimedi had Ecuador.
And I was cooking Rimedi at the time, I remember as well. I was cooking him. I said to him, defense hype. They're coming with Enna Valencia. You can't shoot me. And exactly that happened.
To be fair, I would actually give this one to you, Fuad, because I think Morocco, as much as you could say they're dark horse, but they didn't feel like a dark horse in this tournament. I'll be so real with you. They actually look like a team that is capable of getting to a quarterfinal, semi-final. Norway, on the other hand, their first World Cup since '94. Since it was a 98. So apologies. So, and then a lot of people maybe had them maybe just about getting out of the group, but the fact that they went all the way to a quarterfinal, and gave England a lot of problems.
Furthest they've ever reached in the World Cup as well.
Yeah. So for me, I can't lie to you. I might have to give this one to you, Fuad, because that's a bigger shout. I can't even lie to you. Still, that's a bigger shout.
Bag for that one.
Yeah.
Ecuador. I tried.
You went two hips.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Oh, I know exactly
Leave it
what
going.
you're saying. Oh my days. You know what's so funny about this?
Yeah.
It went viral on my TikTok as well, yeah. Rimedi was grilling Norway and talking about all this scientific research and this biology about how Norway can't climatize to the weather and all of that nonsense, yeah. Only for them to go further and Ecuador to bow out. That is crazy, bro. That is mental. That is mental, bro.
Hey, I love that.
Rimedi sources were like at work right now.
No. That was before I had the new source. I was still LARPing back then.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah. But no, wallahi, I tried with Ecuador. I saw the qualification campaign. I saw it was going to be in North America. I saw all of these things, and I'm like, you know what? Ecuador can fight. And to be fair, they weren't that bad. Like the Ivory Coast game, they should have won it. Curacao, let's not talk about that one. And then Germany, they also should have, they also had a chance. So I'm like, they could have. But unfortunately, it did not transpire in the way that I imagined. And then what made it worse was that I made all my statements about Norway. So I was wrong, and I was loudly wrong. Well, I gotta hold that one.
Yeah, you generally have to hold that one. To be fair, the South American team didn't do well in this tournament. If you actually look back at it, surprisingly enough, it was only Argentina that managed to get really far and really do well. Even Colombia crashed out to Switzerland, which a lot of people didn't expect. I think I think there's a gap between the European teams and the South American teams. So I'll be really honest with you. Outside of Argentina,
African teams are catching up as well. I'm telling
you. 100%. Exactly. And now Argentina, if they don't have Messi now, if Messi's apparently reportedly retired, it's dark for them as well. Because I think that's a meaty team. I think without Messi, that's an average team. That Argentina is average.
They're about to go through their Riquelme era. They need to
man.
One guy who just runs the show again, man.
Yeah, and that might take 100 years before they find a talent like that, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
And the thing is, they don't produce players like they used to back in the day as well. Even when Maradona retired, they still had Batistuta, Crespo, Claudio Lopez. They had talented attackers in the team always. Yeah. But then they always created a couple of dogs with the Cambiasos, the Mascherano's. There was always a little base to build around. I'm looking at that team. I'm like, bro, it's just a bunch of 81 rated overall guys, bro. I don't
literally. And I agree still. Next one, it's the winners. Fred, I think you're the only one that takes an L here, man. I think you're the only one that takes an L here, because me and Rimedi had Spain to win the World Cup. You had France, and obviously these two teams played each other in the semi-final, and I can't lie to you, it was belt to ass, man. That was straight belt to ass.
You know what's crazy is I remember at the time I was gonna say Spain as well, and then I did the Kylian Mbappe thing where I was like, bro, the obvious answer is there. Why am I gonna turn away from France when they are? And let's be honest, bro. Up until that semi-final, round by round, everyone was like, "Who's stopping this? Who's stopping this team? Who's actually gonna stop Olise, Mbappe, Dembele, and that defense? You can't break it down." And then Spain said, Kala.
Literally,
Bring the back of your French head and let me teach you a footballing lesson. You think it's about P&P? It's about technical ability. Masterclass, honestly.
Now, do you know what it is? It's Spain was the boring answer. And I feel like a lot of people didn't want to say Spain because it felt boring to say Spain. But I feel like France, of course, they got the talent, they got the the players, the superstars.
They're more exciting.
They're more excited to watch. They were in the tournament the favorites, and they were looking like the best team in the tournament. But people ignored little things like them defensively. They weren't as sound as people. They were masking it with the amount of goals they were scoring and stuff like that. I feel like defensively they weren't great.
You will play with Lucas Digne and Jules Koundé. May you never see the French team again.
But Luke, to be fair though, I felt sorry for Lucas Digne because they left him 1v1 to deal with Yamal on his own. And I thought he actually did okay up until maybe the second goal. Because even the first goal, bro, if you actually look at it, he turns his head, he actually sees where Yamal is. He looks back for 1 second for a moment. Yamal's right next to him, bro. It's come on, bro. There's some things that I felt like it was us. The second goal he could have done better because I think he was so focused on Yamal. But bro, the team should have done a lot better to protect him as well. I think to leave him at 32 years old against a young, hungry Lamine Yamal like that, bro, it was always gonna only go one way. So yeah, I mean,
one thing about I was gonna say one thing that I pick Spain for is because of how plug and play they are. You get one guy out here, the next guy is up. You take Rodri out, Zubimendi's in. You take Pedri out, Fabian Ruiz is there. You take off on your Sabal, you have Mikel Marie. Like, they are the most plug and play team in the entire tournament. And the problem is with France, their midfield stunk. Let's be real. Like compared to the forward line, the midfield is the most important thing of getting the ball to the forward line. And when you have Rabiot, when you have Manu Kone, when you have Chouameni, come on, compared to Spain's midfield.
What happened there, Fuad, bro? You look like you farted or something.
Nah, bro, I smelled the Chouameni performances, man.
Oh, okay. Now, but you know, I think Deschamps got it wrong as well, though. I think he got it wrong. I think it was a mistake not to start Manu Kone. I think also him leaving Yamal on the 1v1s along with Luca Digne was a mistake in itself. I think he was, and I kind of predicted in the previous episode prior to that where I said they're gonna go in there a little bit arrogant, a bit naive, thinking that their attack is just gonna, blast through Spain. And defensively, they're not a great team. Like they're a great team attacking and scoring goals and going forward, but they're not actually a great team defensively when you're going the other way. So it was always only going to go one way, especially when Spain dominates so much possession. So, the moment you lose the ball, Spain literally say 10 seconds, we're going to get the ball back. Do you know what I mean? So it's when you're playing against that, bro, it's hard, So yeah, I mean, like you said, France got taught a big footballing lesson that day. But yeah, I think France needs to really sort out that midfield. They need another generational talent in that midfield.
Yeah.
They're lacking right now, man. They're lacking. Yeah. But listen, I'm gonna quickly ask you guys something. Obviously, they did the awards for the World Cup, so they obviously handed out their player of the tournament, their young player of the tournament, and whatnot. Rodri got given the player of the tournament. What do you guys think about that?
I know there was a lot of issues last Euros when he got player of the tournament where people were saying, oh, they didn't feel like he was the best player or whatever. I think with this one, there can be no arguments. You can, let me not lie, there can be arguments made, but I think he's a deserving winner, in my opinion. I think to be the guy who essentially ran the midfield for me. I think Fabian Ruiz and Dani Olmo were complementary pieces in those midfield, but that was Rodri's midfield. And this was a tournament where he reminded everyone he's back at that level, bro. Like he had an ACL, he had a knee injury, and I think similar, like I've compared it to Virgil van Dijk so many times, where those big knee injuries, you need 9 months, you need a year to really find your rhythm, your form, your fitness. And that's where I even look at Jamal Musiala's performances and I think, you know what? I'm not going to be too harsh. I'll give him a bit more time still because Rodri is at that level where, bro, he is running the show. The IQ this guy plays with, the strength, the quality on the ball. There's no area of his game which is missing because you look at him and say, oh, he's slow. He probably can't get up and down. Oh, he's a moving train, bro. He's in the right place at the right time every single time, bro. His ability to find short range, long range, middle range, like the variation of passes that he does is like, and then the leadership qualities on top of that as he's, assumed more and more responsibility year on year at Man City, you see him take to the Spain team and you're like, bro, he is the head honcho there. So honestly, personally, I think deserving winner.
100%.
What about you, really? Same as well? You feel the same way?
Yeah. Rodri's definitely. While I was watching this guy, like for me, I've always been Rodri's biggest fan. When Rodri had 0 fans, it meant I was dead. And for me, the way that I thought Rodri, the way that people speak about Rodri, or in general the Spain midfield, is that they're this technical midfield that beat all the physicality of France. But when you look at Rodri, the guy is 6'2". He wins all of the second balls. In the air, he's strong. He's like what you want for your defensive midfielder is in his like 5 meter radius, 10 meter radius, he dominates it. Rodri does that. And then when you have Fabian Ruiz supplementing it, when you have Dani Olmo supplementing it, it just makes life so much easier for someone like Rodri to get on the ball and to dictate. And when you have someone as big as Rodri, as strong as Rodri, but also the brain that Rodri has, he's incredible. And for me, he's one of the best midfielders we've seen in our lifetime. 1,000,000%.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
I also think just to add on to what Rimedi's saying as well, I think like because he won that Ballon d'Or as a defensive midfielder, it's the Fabio Cannavaro thing where it's like, how dare a defensive player win it? It's like they almost want to tax him, or they want to, rub it out to just be like, he scored it just because of a Champions League final goal, bro. This guy was genuinely the best player in the world as a defensive midfielder, bro. Do not forget the level that this guy was playing at. And this tournament, for 7-8 games, he reminded us, bro, I can get back to that level. Similar like Virgil van Dijk, bro, after the ACL, he got back to a level where he was, again, the best centre-back in the world. And I think Rodri, this season, he can do that. I know he's going for an operation after the tournament, but what a guy.
No, I think Pep obviously predicted, actually said it in a press conference. He actually said that you see the best version of Rodri at the World Cup. I think the thing I'm most impressed with Rodri is his ability to sniff out danger and anticipate where the danger is coming from. And he's a big guy, he's a massive guy, but the fact that he's so mobile enough to quickly, snuff out danger, read the space, find the spaces to then receive the ball as well. Yeah, like he's a different class. I thought at one point we might never see that version of him ever again. But the fact that he's able to do it at the biggest stage of the tournament, big props to him. I think his CV since the turn of 2022, last few years, the Champions League, the winner in the Champions League final, the Ballon d'Or, the Euros, now the World Cup. Like the guy's done it all, bro. The guy's literally done it all in the last few years.
I'm seeing them coming for Busquets, bro.
Bro, that hurts me, bro. The nostalgia in me. That one hurts.
Man, normally I'm with you, but it's a valid conversation. And listen, I don't want to have that conversation here now. It will make the episode another hour. But it's one of those. The fact that 2-3 years ago you could have said, even if he's got a Ballon d'Or, but he still can't chat to Busquets. And it took him getting back to this level at a World Cup and winning it. And now it's like, hold on. There is nothing Busquets has done that this guy has not done.
Yeah.
Busquets had co-defenders like Xavi, Iniesta.
Exactly. I was about to say that.
Different kind of this guy's running with Laporte, who's 32 years old, got told he's what? Kubasi, who's an 18-year-old at his first tournament. Dani Olmo, who people are saying ain't good enough for Barca. Pedri, who's meant to be the golden boy, gets dropped for Fabian Ruiz, who's a bench warmer at PSG. It's like,
respect Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah,
he's not bench warmer.
Yeah, no. It's crazy because
don't think just because you got World Cup medal. I ain't forgot, brother.
I think that's the difference between Busquets and Rodri. I think that's where the argument becomes a bit more valid. Is the fact that Busquets played with generational players and a generational team for both club and country, whereas Rodri, not to disrespect this team, but I look at this team and they're nowhere near the levels as a collective of that 2010 team, and the fact that, he is the standout best player, alongside obviously Yamal, but you could say one or two the standout players in that team. And you add the fact that Rodri also in the final third can also get you the match winners. He can actually score the goals.
Yeah.
He's had big goals in his career. He scores big goals. And, I think that's where the difference is between him and Busquets. So it's a valid argument, bro. But Fabio Ruiz deserves his flowers as well. I think he's so underrated, bro. I think he's extremely underrated. The fact that he's won back-to-back Champions Leagues with the Euros, and now a World Cup to add to that as well, bro. The guys in the last few years has had a phenomenal run, and I feel like he's just. I'm not saying he's as good as Rodri, but I don't think the gap between him and Rodri is massive. I don't think the gap is massive. I just think Rodri's a lot more louder on the pitch. I think his actions are a lot more louder. I don't think there's a huge gap. There is definitely a gap. I don't think it's huge. I just think Fabio Ruiz isn't as loud. He doesn't have those big moments.
It's like how Busquets and Xabi Alonso, maybe that kind of gap.
Yeah. That's actually a very good comparison. To be fair, that's actually a very good one.
Because
Xabi Alonso was very good as well.
Was seen as elite, but he wasn't put in those conversations with the Busquets. I mean,
exactly that. Yeah, that's actually a very good comparison. To be fair, but a young player of the tournament, obviously giving it to Kubasi. Actually, you know what? Just before we actually go to that, Messi as well. Yeah, we have to talk about Messi before we actually move on. Actually, I just realized.
Yeah.
Him not being the best player in the tournament, obviously, a lot of fans are probably going to be upset about the Messi fans in particular, but I felt like it did come down to this final. If Messi had performed, or if had Argentina won, he would have definitely got that award. I think it's fair to. I think we have to kind of mention the performances of Messi as at 39 years old to be doing the things you're doing, bro. Like there's one point in this tournament, yeah. I genuinely just like I just had to sit to myself. I just think, bro, does this guy like not get tired, bro? Does he not like get bored of doing it? Does he not like have a lifetime, bro? Like how do you still at this level perform in this way? And you know he was running less in this tournament. That's the scary part.
Yeah,
He was running less. He put in less work and he was doing more. It was crazy, bro. It's crazy what we're witnessing. It's nuts. But
insane,
listen,
bro.
and I also believe had he won the final, he probably would have got a Ballon d'Or as well. That's the scary
100%.
part. That's the scary
Bro,
part as well.
that's it, man. Literally, it's had he finished the job in winning that final, he would have got player of the tournament. He would have been front runner for the Ballon d'Or, and nobody would have really argued. I'll be honest with you, but he didn't, and that's the reason why. And I think, listen, in a World Cup, you have to look at all the games in totality. And I didn't think Messi had a great performance in the final. I'll be honest with you. I thought
he did nothing in the final. I'll be so real.
Did absolutely nothing. So for me, it's a case of we have to take that into account. And I'm sorry, Rodri was very active in the final. Rodri was active in every single game. So I thought Rodri deservingly won it. But to overlook Messi, it was going to take something incredible. And that's what Rodri's done, in my opinion. But who else would you have said was in that conversation of like player of the tournament?
That's what killing Mbappe.
Yeah, Mbappe's there. Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham was incredible this tournament.
Definitely.
I think it's probably the best ever performance that we've seen. Shout out to the 66 man dem as England, like in terms of like the best English performance, because people still talk about Paul Gascoigne, big respect, but come on now. Like, what are we watching with Jude Bellingham? Every single time England needed him, he just stepped up to the plate and delivered. Even that goal against France, that goal was crazy, bro. No one really talks about it because it was the third place game.
I'm actually glad you said that, because I remember saying on SDS that he surpassed anything Gerrard, Lampard, and Scholes, all those guys did. But you're right, even going back to like 66, bro. Like it's that long. Jude's performances this tournament for me were just the ultimate vindication of like, if you are still not rating this guy, if you are still giving him the questionability of he's not technical enough, he doesn't control midfield, or what you're watching, bro. I genuinely don't know what you're watching, because I'm not just talking about, by the way, the big goals that he popped up with, the in-game performances where he was a warrior, bro. It was the spirit of Gerrard running through him, bro. I don't know how else to put it, bro, but that guy is one of my favorite players in the world, man.
No, I agree with you. I actually said it in the previous episode that I think he surpassed anything Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard have done for in an England.
Put together, all of them combined, it's still not what Jude Bellingham's done.
And I'll tell you a stat: he's got the same amount of World Cup goals as Maradona.
Yeah, bro, he's clear, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
What was it, 7 goals or something like that?
8 goals in total.
That's
2 World Cups, 8 goals, same as Maradona, bro. It's ridiculous, man. And he's not an out-and-out striker. I know he plays a lot more advanced, higher up the pitch, but he's still a midfielder, because the thing about Jude is you see him in the attacking box, but you also see him making a last-ditch challenge in the other side of the pitch as well. So that's the thing about Jude. He does both, the defensive work and the attacking.
Although I don't want to take away from his midfield game, because I love him when he is a midfielder, I do think England have a problem once, obviously, Kane does the inevitable and leaves. I think Jude Bellingham in a false 9 system would work wonders.
I think so.
Get him surrounded with some creative players and let him do what he does best.
I agree, especially with the lack of top strikers right now with England. Like Watkins is 32, Ivan Toney. Like, listen, big respect, but you're in Saudi, brother. It's just like, and then the young talents, no one's really coming through. Right
Liam Delap.
Not right now. I mean, he could, things could change for him, but at the moment, it's hard to see that.
Unless I reckon there has to be some like wonder kid that over the next 4 years.
Always.
Every year, there's always some random kid that pops out. There has to be a superstar that breaks through in the next 4 years, because think about it, even a kid who is 14 now will be 18 by the next World Cup. Or 15 by the next World Cup. So, hey, man, Obi.
He's prize. You're
I know
like,
he's Danish, as well, isn't he?
he's yeah, man.
Man said he's trying to put it with the English man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Chido
But
Obi,
listen-
miskin, man. Keep grinding, keep grinding.
Listen, young player of the tournament, obviously, they gave it to Kabasi. This one I think is hard to argue because I can't really think
Yeah.
of too many young players that actually deserve them more.
What's
than
the
him.
age range on this? Is it 21, 19, 23?
Good question,
What
you
is it?
know. Good question. I can check here, you know.
I think it's
FIFA
23.
best player.
I think it's 23.
It could be.
23.
It might be.
I want
I
to
don't
say
know.
that. But
Yeah.
I think Kabasi deserved it anyway. He was
yeah.
clearing away the best defender, in my opinion, as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought if there was a team of the tournament, he would 100% be one of the starting centre backs. It's refreshing to see as well after the season he's had at Barcelona, where everyone was kind of questioning, did we give him too much hype in those kind of first 2 years? He broke through with some of those Champions League performances. But I always looked at it and thought, Flick's high line is making him look more susceptible than what he is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
trust me, I'm someone who has lived with a manager who lives and dies by a high line. And I know how that can expose your quality centre backs and make them look very average, where people are questioning how good they are. So Kabasi, I'm glad to see him that in a good system, that is a top tier talent.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I also think it's the fact that he's got Laporte next to him as well, because at Barcelona, I think when he had Inigo Martinez next to him, he was very, very on the ball, because I think he had a leader next to him that, you know, that led the line, you know, told him when to push up, when to hold the line.
It was the Puyol to the PK.
Yeah, 100%,
exactly.
100%, and he had that, and then the moment he lost Inigo Martinez, and now you got Araujo next to you, who's look, the guy's probably physically a better defender than Inigo Martinez, but the guy's got a peanut-sized brain. Peanut-sized brain. You know what I mean? So when you got someone like that next to you who can't hold the line and doesn't know what he's doing himself, that's gonna obviously expose the game, because I think the whole point of a centre-back partnership is to basically cover each other's weaknesses. That's the whole point of a partnership. If you're lacking pace, I might be the fast one that's gonna cover you in behind. If you're the one with the IQ that has the line breaking passes, then you got that in your game. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost to kind of complement, like Vidic and Ferdinand, like Carvalho, Terry, Kubasi. I feel like Kubasi, his career will really depend on his partnership. I think his partnership is going to be
100%.
a big part of that. So hopefully, you know, he finds the right partner at Barcelona, because I think, like you said, the Hansi Flick highline is killing his rep. It's actually killing his rep. You know, so yeah, man, it's a well-deserved award for him anyway. You know, Yamal, I would have loved Yamal to get it. I can't lie. I would have loved for Yamal to get it. Yeah, but I don't think he had his best tournament. He still still influential, had an impact, but I just don't think it was his best tournament, to be fair with you. But yeah, Unai Simon, I think this one was just a default award. To be honest, there was no anyone else you could really give it to other than maybe Zinho maybe. But even then, come on, this guy conceded one goal in the entire tournament. Bro.
Yeah, man.
You got to give him
one thing I will say was Unai Simon is that before the tournament, people were talking about how he's Spain's worst goalkeeper. You have Joan Garcia, you have David Raya, but him starting for Spain in the way that he's done and played the way that he's done is actually a vindication for De La Fuente, because this guy is probably the best sweeper keeper out of the three. And then we saw it against France. We saw it against Argentina. The guy is so quick to run off his line. In the box, the guy is so dominant when it comes to claiming crosses. And subhanAllah, it goes to show, that if the manager has a decision and he sticks with it, with the loyalty and the respect that he gives to the player is only going to give it back tenfold. So it's actually just really nice to see his story throughout the World Cup.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think it's hard to give it to anyone else, to be honest with you. But yeah, listen, we're gonna do our team of the tournament. That's the last part we're gonna do. We'll start with the goalkeeper. And we'll kind of do it together. Yeah, so we'll go for like a standard 4-3-3. Obviously, we already know what the team of the tournament is. You know, the FIFA's version. But if there are any changes to it, we'll see if we agree or not, basically. So start with the goalkeeper. Now, if you just said Vozinha, would you put Vozinha in the team of the tournament?
I'd still put Unai Simon. I'll be real with you. I think Unai Simon deserves it.
What about
Vozinha's probably got the best story.
Yeah,
but I think the performances, let's respect Unai Simon.
Yeah, I agree as well. What do you say, Remedy as well?
Yeah, probably go there.
Yeah, a nice one.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
for right back? Right back.
Come on. Come on. Say his name. Say his name.
Peter
Pedro-
Porro. Peter Porro, man.
Yeah. I can't lie to you, he had a amazing because he didn't start, by the way. He didn't start this
Yeah,
tournament. It was
Llorente.
actually Llorente was starting, and then he found his place in the team. I think in the second group game, and then he just kept that position throughout the tournament. To be fair, and I can't lie. Like we always spoke about before the tournament, how there's certain players when they put on the national team jersey, they become a different animal. I don't know. Pedro Porro might fall into that category. We might be seeing a different version in the Spain shirt than we'd be seeing in the Tottenham shirt. I don't know.
Pedro Porro, Romero, Jed Spence, Van de Ven, Van Hecke. As soon as them man take off that Spurs shirt, they turn into back to their normal selves. That's why like, you see, you remember the infamous clip,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, look at the man.
Are you trying to spin the block? Are you trying to spin the block on that?
I'm not doing that. I'm saying, those guys that I was talking about, you're seeing them on the world stage now. All of those names I just mentioned, that was the reason why. Is this version you're seeing of Porro is the version I know, bro. But people will look at bad patches at Spurs or not look at what's going on at Spurs and think that's who he is. And I'm like, nah, bro. I've seen the best version of Porro, and I know in the right system, you give him the tools to be what he is. He can do that, bro. So I was not surprised, honestly, seeing him play at the level that he's playing at this World Cup.
To be fair, he is a good fullback, especially going forward. So I think it's with club football, I feel like sometimes your rep gets tainted by the team that you play for. If your team it's like Bruno. Bruno used to always get violated just simply because he played for Man United that wasn't doing well. But that was a world-class player right in front of us. Do you know what I mean? So same with left back as well, because the left back I'm gonna mention a name, and I think it's kind of default with this one as well. Marco Correa.
Yes.
Yeah, he had a good tournament. He had a good tournament.
I think as the tournament went on as well, he got better and better.
Agree.
Yeah, but I think he's been playing at this level for the last 2 years. I feel like generally since the Euros, he's been playing at this level, especially for Spain. I think he's becoming, a top. Well, he is now for me a top left back. And now just got his move to Real Madrid as well. So I think it has to be the Spanish fullbacks right now. I can't lie to you guys. If it was up to me, my whole back line and my goalkeeper would be Spanish. I can't even lie to you. No. I can't lie to you guys. But there are a couple of names for centre backs as well.
So for centre backs, I would go. Yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Dayot Upamecano, great tournament. Great tournament from him. I go Upamecano and Kubasi. Shout out Laporte as well. He had a great tournament, but those are the two I'd go for.
Yeah.
I would actually go for Upamecano and Laporte. I know we gave Kubasi Young Player tournament, but that was an age thing. But I think Laporte, that was the age thing. Laporte can't get Young Player tournament. So you can get Kubasi. But I would actually put Laporte because I think Laporte's experience and his leadership and the fact that this guy, people, you would never think a 32-year-old Laporte would come back into the Spanish team and look like one of the best centre backs in the world.
Why don't you do like an Unk?
Uncle would. The uncle would. But that's easy though.
Obviously, it'd be messy. It'd be messy. But I think every tournament there should be a 30 plus or 35 plus.
Yeah.
But like those OGs who are on their last dance.
Yeah.
The best of the OGs. You know what I mean?
I like that. That's a great idea.
I actually think that'd be a good one.
Old player of the tournament. Old player of the tournament. That's what they call it.
I don't know. Yeah. We got to find a new brand. Astral player of the tournament or something like that.
I don't know. Like, what is it? The elderly award. Yeah.
The last dance award. Yeah,
literally. So what you guys say? You guys are saying Kubasi. Are you both leading to Kubasi?
Yeah.
I think Kubasi had a great tournament.
Kubasi. Okay, so you're saying Kubasi.
I think Kubasi and Upamecano complement each other well as well.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, cool. So that's our back line. Now the midfield. This is where it gets a little bit interesting because there are a few names you can mention in this midfield. I'm gonna let one of you start. One of you guys go first.
I'm gonna go Rodri and Bellingham out of the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same as well. Bellingham, Rodri.
And then I wanna put Messi in the.
Yeah, agree. Agree with that.
I'm gonna do. If you don't want to do that, I'll put Elise in the 10 and Messi on the right.
Yeah,
it don't really matter. I think it doesn't really matter. Which way it don't really matter. I just want to put Elise in that midfield because that's where I feel like he really thrived in this tournament. Was in that midfield role. So I mean, Messi was just walking everywhere, so he can stay on the right hand side. You're gonna walk there anyway, so it's not a problem. So I'll say what we saying: Olise, Bellingham, and Rodri
Yeah.
in that midfield. Yeah,
Easily.
Yeah, I think that
Easy.
works.
Those
Yeah.
pick themselves.
And
And
then
then-
what about the attack? What about the attack?
We're looking at, for me, Messi on the right, of course, Mbappe
Yeah.
on the left, and then I would personally look at Haaland up front.
So, but Mbappe was up front this tournament. That's the difference. Though. Mbappe was the striker. So does that mean we need a left winger? Here?
Sometimes him and Dembouz would like.
Yeah.
Switch around. Yeah,
We
yeah.
have to shake. We have to shake.
Yeah, we have to shake.
You know what I'm saying?
Shake. We have to shake.
And I think Haaland, for me, deserves for what he did for Norway, for his individual performances, the amount of game winners that he scored for Norway to get them in their furthest ever position as well. Nobody expected Norway to get that far. I think he is there, if that makes sense. And I think in terms of other left wingers outside of Mbappe.
Yeah. I mean, because you can. I mean, it's a team of the tournament, so you can shift plays just to to make it work. I mean, Mbappe has played on the left. It's not like he doesn't know how to play on the left. So I don't mind putting Mbappe on the left. Obviously, Haaland down the middle, and then Messi on the right.
With Vinny Jr., I know Brazil.
Yeah, but nah, it was too early for Vinny.
Yeah. I think the early exit killed him.
Yeah, 100%.
Sorry, man. Preaching Vinny.
You tried. I want Vinny. I want Vinny in this team.
They put Dembele, by the way, in the team. Was it? What is it?
He's saying he wants Vinny in the team. I'm like, which Vinny?
Which Vinny? Yeah, there's another one now. There's another version now, bro. The one that looks like Ngannou. Francis Ngannou.
Vincent? I don't know. That dude's named Vincent, bro. I don't know. Yeah. He's gonna have to prove himself all over again.
Yeah. He has to start from scratch.
This is like Vinny Jr. is someone who I knew. Vincent Jr. Dude, try for Arsenal, but
it's like what do you call it? You know, Undertaker. Remember he had the dead man. Then he had the rolling. That's a whole new character, bro. That's a whole new person, bro.
Hey,
that's a whole new person.
Yesterday.
Yeah, that's a whole new person, bro. You gotta start from scratch, bro. That's a whole new arc, bro. That's a whole new person, bro.
If you don't tweet that, I'm dropping
that. Bro, I'm telling you, that's a whole new character, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's a whole new character, bro. But listen, I think that is pretty much the same team. So we kind of agree with it.
Yeah.
I think the only difference, I think they put Dembele. I might be wrong, but I think they included Dembele.
What, them 2 games?
Bro, because I think Dembele was in the team of the tournament. I might be wrong. But yeah, I mean, listen. At the end of the day, I think the one that we put out is fair. So I'm gonna just read it out again. You got obviously Unai Simon in goal. Right back, left back, you've got Cucurella and Pedro Porro. Centre backs, Kubasi, Upamecano. Midfield trio, you've got the pivot of Bellingham, Rodri, and then Olise in front of them. And then you're going to have Messi on the right, Mbappe on the left, and then Erling Haaland up front. So that is our team of the tournament. Stacked, by the way. That is a stacked team.
I'm looking at the fan-voted team of the tournament. Should I run through it?
Yeah, run through it quickly.
So in goal is Vosinia.
Of course.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
The fullbacks are Pedro Porro and Cucurella.
Mm-hmm.
The centre backs are Upamecano and Lisandro. And then everyone else is who we selected as well. Rodri, Elise, Bellingham, Messi, Haaland, Mbappe.
I do think Lisandro deserves a shot in that centre back position.
Yeah.
Nah, Lisandro pissed me off, bro. Lisandro pisses me off, bro. Wallahi, generally, like, I love the guy and I always defend him. But this World Cup, I realized, bro, you're taking us for monks now. When you're playing for Argentina, you're playing every minute with that much passion. You're not getting injured. I know you got injured right in the final, but it was like you put everything on the line. Yeah, bro. It was like, bro, we couldn't see you for most of the season. You come back just in time to get yourself fit for the World Cup. Get to the World Cup, you play every minute. Then right at the last game where you know you got to come back for preseason soon, get injured again. Come on, bro. You're mocking it now. You're mocking it now, bro. It's crazy.
He don't like Man United, man.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. Romero, same thing as well, bro. Romero came into the tournament, he's doing a mad thing.
I don't mind, brother. Those performances were just raising up the funds, you know what I'm saying? Into Milan.
Yeah. Listen, but that's it. That is a wrap. That is the third half for the World Cup done. That is our final episode. Thank you to everyone that has tuned into every single episode throughout the World Cup. I know this one is coming out a bit delayed, but listen, I had to get the boys back. It just wouldn't feel right to, it feels like a full circle moment to get the boys back, especially the fact that they were on the first one. And listen, I'm going to take a break. I know the boys are taking a bit of a break as well. It's been a long season. It's been a long year, doing content for you guys, especially on this channel. I will come back again refreshed, to do some more when this new season starts. The boys will probably do the same as well. Rimedi and Fuad. I know these boys are working hard as well. They're going to have some new plans and new content for you guys on their channels as well. And also, you might see me somewhere else soon. Maybe.
We're coming home again.
Maybe. But listen, thank you to everyone that's tuned in. The boys' channels will also be in the description as well. So make sure to check out and subscribe to the boys' channel as well. And until next time, guys, peace.